Very good morning, students. Our topic subject is today media law and ethics. In that, our topic of discussions, we are going to talk about constitutions of India. So, the very first topic, it has the core value of the constitution. So, before that, let me explain what do you mean by constitution. Constitution, it is like it defines the power and functions of a government. So the what are the power this government have and how they function, everything it defines in the constitution, as well as the rights and duties of this citizenship. So all the rights and duties which the citizenship need to follow, everything is recorded in the constitutions of India. It is the longest written document constitution of India all over the world, and it came into existence from 1950, 26th of January, right? We call that as a Republic Day. The chapter 1, we are learning about core value of the Constitution. Before explaining with the constitutions, let me explain what do you mean by core value. Core value is nothing, it is a basic value. It should mention in any constitution. It should be followed anyhow, right? So in that, the very first value is sovereignty. What do you mean by sovereignty? It entity emphasizes total freedom, political freedom. Every individual or the country should have a total freedom. Our country, it is not under any other country. It has a total freedom and dignity of existence of the state. So even the political system, they should also ensure and support the same, that total freedom. Article 51 AC state that it shall be the duty of every citizens to uphold and protect the sovereignty. So whose responsibility to protect the sovereignty? That is total freedom. It is of every citizens. Unity and integrity of India. So we have a feeling like we the people. We always say we the people. We are one. Nobody is going to control us. We are free from all the control, right? Second, we have socialism. It is again called promote the vision of society transformation and value of socialism. So it promote the vision of social transformation. So in society, we should have equality. It should not be inequality in any area. For example, in Article 38(2), it states that the state shall in particular strive to minimize the individual inequalities in income and endeavor to eliminate inequality in status. So socialism said that in society we all are same and in the same status. There should be no inequalities between income, status, facilities and opportunity, not only among us individual but amongst the group of people residing in different area or engaged in different occasions. So it ensures that socialism, each and every individual have their own individual status and there is no injustice or no inequality, right? So to minimize those inequality, this constitution works toward. Then we have a secularism. India is again called as a cosmopolitan country. Why? Because here, being India is a Hindu majority country, but here profess, preach and practice any religion of their liking. People is not be dominated by one religion. They have easily access of any religion. Whatever they're willing to follow, they can have follow that own religions. There is no pressure from government side that you should follow only this Hinduism, being it is a Hindu majority country, without discrimination, to uphold and preserve the multiculturalism. Here we have a multiculturalism. What is my multiculturalism? Each and every religion, practice, culture, it is having their own way of living and own rights, own ethics, and they follow their own ethics, right? Next, we have democracy. In India is a democratic nation, yes, meaning the government is accountable and drive authority from the people. Who is giving the authority? Authority is given by the people to the government. So government is getting authority after conducting a periodic election. The election will be in union, states and local. So each and every individual have a facility of one man, one vote, right? So there is no discrimination for voting rights. Every citizens have a right to vote without discrimination, despite that caste, creed, color, sex, religion, or education. Whatever area they belongs to, they have a right. One man, one vote. One citizen should have those rights. As a constitution also guarantee, in a constitution also guarantee that it has a freedom of speech, thought and expression or association. So we have total democracy, total freedom. Anybody can say whatever they feel, they thought, they believe, they have the authority, but limitations to the restriction which is written in the constitution, right? Then we have a republic. What do you mean by republic? Indian constitution is democratic and remain a republic. Republic means here we can say people elect their leaders. People elect their leaders. Leaders are not directly came by monarchy purpose or hereditary rule. It is not like that. Here in India, we are electing the government. Republic practice means democracy, right? Then we have a justice in the light of a country's social economic issue and the need to uplift the people. The very important thing is like we need to uplift the people. We need to train our country people. We need to educate them. We need to develop their skills and everything, right? So that they can develop the social economical issue. Social economical issue will be minimized. A number of policy framework and implementation has been done to achieve the objectives of the egalitarian free society. Here what happened, number of policy framework and implementation has been done. So government has have framed many policies to develop the power, to eradicate the poverty, to develop the people, to give their what we can say training and to develop their everything, right, to achieve the objectives of a egalitarian society. What does it mean? It is called as free society. Then we have they have been designed to safeguard the interest of minorities. Now who are minorities? Who belong to minority religion and minor backward caste and the tribal population. Tribal population matlab we can say Adivasi people and all. So it has been assigned to safeguard them, to protect them, to safeguard their interests. It again written in the constitution. So we need to follow those justice towards them. The core value of the constitution India abolishes untouchability, favors women empathifications, prohibit exploitation of child labor. So all those things we need to cancel, right? So this all comes under justice. We have liberty. The freedom bestowed to the citizen by the fundamental rights is an essential factor for a human and civilized existence, right? Here what happened? We need to have to follow the fundamental rights and civilized exist. The preamble mentioned essential individual rights such as freedom of thought and speech, of expression, belief, I can say belief, and faith, worship, etc. and is given to everyone. They have their own faith, they can follow it, they can worship their own religious. It is like that. They can say their own expression, thoughts and everything. It is called as liberty. Equality. Every citizen is equal before the law and get same status and provisions of protection. So you are superior, your income is more, you are in a superior caste, so you'll be getting a special status. No, nothing like that. Every citizen is equal before the law. Before the law, each and every individual have the same status and provision of protection, like human deserve a dignified existence in social structure. Equality is an important value and complement democracy and justice. Then we have a fraternity. Fraternity. It says that Vasudeva Kutumbak. It has taken from this word Vasudeva Kutumbak. It means that earth is one family. So we need to always practice what? Common brotherhood among the citizenship, irrespective to the religion, caste, culture, and language barriers that divide us. See, many a time it happens that we divide ourselves between religious, caste, cultures, and language. But here, when we talk about fraternity, it says about earth is one family. We need to practice common brotherhood among the citizenships. This fraternity spirit has made the country united and the feeling of brotherhood uphold or other ideals such as justice, liberty, and equity. If we have this feeling of one family, we will be following the other ideals also, justice, liberty, and equality, right? Make such harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood prevail, irrespective of the heterogeneity of religious. The heterogeneous matlab different of religious, linguistic, and regional diversities. Then we have individual dignity. The constitution direct the state to the directive. Part 4 of the constitution try to put an end of exploitation and poverty and consistently ensure the development of quality of life and dignity to people of all sections of the society. So our constitution is working constantly ensuring the development and quality of life and dignity of people of all the section of the society. Every citizen, men, women, equally providing the rights to an adequate means of livelihood. Then we have a fundamental duties are the duties prescribed by the constitution to the citizens and highlight certain values. What are the fundamental duties we need to follow towards our country? Patriotism, nationalism, humanism, environmentalism, discipline, harmonious living, feminist, scientific temper, and inquiry, and individual and collective excellence. These all the qualities each and every individual should have, should possess, so that they can unify, they can live harmony with the whole public or with the country, right? So these are the core value of the constitutions. We have come up sovereignty, socialism, secularism, democracy, republic, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, individual dignity, and fundamental duties. Then we have features of constitutions. It is a written constitution. Yes, our constitution is what? Written constitution. It is one of the largest constitution or the biggest constitution ever written all over the world. It is unique. It has its unique way. It is ironclad, but even it is flexible enough to blend. It is flexible enough to edit and modify. Fundamental rights and duties, it's talk about the fundamental rights and duties. Directive principle of state policy, with the help of these constitutions, we can direct, we can make many, we can say policies, many, and that we can implement, and it direct the state to take a decision about bringing reforms in economic and in, say, social, and can develop the standard of living, right? Then we have integrated. Yes, it is integrated between themselves. It has a section like Supreme Court, High Court, and the district courts, and all the decisions, it is integrated through the system of federal. Then we talk about single citizenship. It talks only about, only for a single citizenship. Adult, universal adult franchise, we can say after attaining the age of 18 years, we can vote without, the vote is given, voting rights is given to every individual without any discrimination, including religion, race, sex, descent, and place of birth or residency. It has no bother about, you can vote after attaining the 18 years. Parliamentary form of government. Yes, our system is called as what? Parliamentary form of government. It's a rather federal system is carrying out the responsibility, and we call this as a apex. Apex means which is the head of the legal system, the legislature. So this is what in chapter 1 we have core value of the constitution and the features of the constitution. So we have done with this core and features. In the next lecture, we will be starting with chapter 2. That's all. We are ending up the lesson. Thank you. God bless you all.